Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Maxine Kaye, spiritual leader of this beloved community, and I am here today at the Inspiration Cafe with Reverend Mike Gerdes and our outstanding production team. We love that you've tuned in with us today, and we conclude the month of June, which has been focused on selectivity. We are an inclusive community of spiritual seekers and spiritual finders as we study universal principles and learn to apply these spiritual tools to many kinds of human challenges. Wherever you are in the world today and whatever your spiritual path may be, you are absolutely welcome here. We're part of a global organization, Centers for Spiritual Living, whose mission is, ready, say it with me, awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And we also know that we are co-creators with the divine intelligence and love of this universe. And so what we are all about creating is a world that works for everyone, or a world that works for all. Thank you for being with us today. We're ready to have a wonderful time with you. And we also have a purpose statement that came right out of the heart and mind and soul of our own community right here. And this is how it goes. Please state it with us if you wish to. Living, loving, learning. Spirituality that works. So today I'm going to introduce our opening song, which is by the Four Agreements, and it's called I Am an Instrument. One, two, three. Doopa dooba dooba doopa dooba dooba doopa dooba doopa da dooba dooba doopa dooba dooba doopa dooba dooba doopa dooba doopa da. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I wanna play in the symphony of sacred love. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I wanna play in the symphony of sacred love. Never to regret what I wander. Never to regret when I doubt. Suddenly I can see clearly. Love is what this life is about. Yeah, I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I wanna play in the symphony of sacred love. Never to regret when I wander. Never to regret when I doubt. Suddenly I can see clearly. Love is what this life is about. An instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I wanna play in the symphony of sacred love. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the divine. I am an instrument of the sacred love. I wanna play in the symphony of sacred love. Now I would like to introduce to you to share our wee wisdom for the kids today, Reverend Mike Gerdes.
Well, thank you, Dr. Maxine.
Yes.
Hi, kids. How are you doing? You know, I don't get a chance to speak with you very often. I remember the old days that I spoke to you every Sunday, and sometimes you actually were able to speak back to me. That was your choice. One of the nice things that we recognize in our teaching and our philosophy is that we all have the opportunity to choose. And if we don't like the results of that choice, we have the opportunity to choose again. What is it in your life that you choose to experience? What is it in your life that you envision that you would really like to embody, that you would really like to know? What do you choose for other people in the way of something good, something wonderful, to make the world a better place? What do you choose for your life ahead? You've got choices all the time. It's up to you to make those choices, because the universe only says yes, and so it is. Dr. Maxine.
Thank you, Reverend Mike. Isn't it fun that he got to talk to you today? Okay. Now, let's have a meditation. Let's have that deep, precious breath of spirit. As you slowly take it in, begin to feel it moving and circulating through your physical body temple, blessing, touching, nurturing, healing, and uplifting every cell of your body. Feel it moving through your emotions, bringing balance and serenity, calm. Feel that divine breath moving through your mentality, bringing harmony, peace, clear thinking, and an openness to inspirational ideas from the divine. This divine embrace that we now feel is expanding into a greater field of love and wisdom. And the universe indeed responds with a yes to every choice we make. Oh, how sweet it is to be able to trust its intelligence as we relax into its perfect action. We have faith in our choices, knowing they are guided and inspired by the very presence of divine love and infinite wisdom within and all around us. We simply allow ourselves to rest in the clear understanding that there is God, nothing else, and that we send out from us the highest and the best thoughts, feelings, and intentions, and we receive back from the universe all the most beautiful manifestations of love and abundance and creativity and health and wholeness. Let's just rest in this divine embrace. And if you have a question that you're ready to receive an answer from divine wisdom from, take that question now into the sacred silence, and let's simply listen deeply within our hearts for the answer. And knowing that we can always count completely upon the response of the divine, whether it's now or later in the day or beyond, we rest in the clear awareness that it is indeed being revealed, and we are indeed guided, nurtured, supported, and inspired. All is well. All is well. Truly, truly, all is well.
In a world that feels so big, or when we feel so small, what's most important to remember is that we're all united, we're all one. We can sit nice and quiet, get to the center of who we are, awaken to our oneness, and know that we can achieve any dream. In a world that feels so big, or when we feel so small, what's most important to remember is that we're all united, we're all one. Coming from the same place, from the infinite love. It's one, it's the same, we're all connected. One life, one spirit, one love. In a world that feels so big, or when we feel so small, what's most important to remember is that we're all united, we're all one. In a world that feels so big, or when we feel so small, what's most important to remember is that we're all connected, we're all one, is that we're all united, we're all one, we're all united, we're all one.
To give our wonderful opening treatment this morning, our practitioner of the day, Sarah Funk.
Thank you, Doctor. My name is Sarah Funk. I'm a licensed religious center for the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. I will do this treatment in the first person, and you can take it yourself if you so desire. Knowing there is only one mind, it is the mind of God. This mind is my mind. This mind divine flow of God energy through me, as me, knowing that I make choices that come from this one mind. And those choices are healthy and complete and whole. And I know that I can count on them always being the right choice, because it is the divine speaking through me. So I'm deeply grateful that this is so. Deeply grateful for right choices, for choices that move me forward. I know this is so, and I gratefully and thankfully release this treatment, knowing it is so. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Sarah. And now let's affirm that together. This is the affirmation. Say it with me if you choose to. The mind of God is working through me, providing me with clear, correct choices, and my belief in healthy, successful outcomes is complete. Now I'll introduce to you our speakers for today. This is going to be a he said, she said. We haven't done one of these for a while, and we're really looking forward to it. We'll begin with the quote, which is from Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind, page 300. We should approach the law normally and naturally and with a sense of ease. We should expect the best and so live that the best may become a part of our experience. We are going to present this talk in 4 different sections, beginning with Reverend Mike Gerdes, continuing with me, Reverend Mike Gerdes, and then me again. You see, I'm going to get the last word. Reverend Mike, would you like to come up and begin about how we do our spiritual work with a healthy expectancy?
Thank you, Dr. Maxine. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you again. We know, and know that we know, that we're surrounded by a creative power which receives the impress of that which it is that we think about. And it replicates that, manifests that, basically manifests it into our experience. We can be sure that that's so. We can have positive expectancy that that's so. In fact, if we stand out of our own way, you'll see that it happens faster than you know it. Go on. Okay. I haven't done a he said, she said quite a bit, so I'm not used to getting so much words in. Just kidding. I know that wherever I go, God guides me and directs me. And I know if I make a particular choice in a certain direction, that's the right choice at the time for me. Because I see that if I would have made any other choice, I wouldn't have the same results. Now, sometimes one might look at the past and have regrets over decisions they made in the past. But what I found out was, if that I had changed one choice that I had made back then, I wouldn't be experiencing the life that I have today. And you know what? The life that I had today truly is heaven on earth, right here, right now. So I think we need to really realize that every choice we make is perfect, because wherever it takes us to a greater idea of perfection, because that which we really are is perfection in expression. Dr. Maxine?
Right, thank you. Well, the reason we have such a healthy expectation, a cheerful expectancy of good after we have made those choices is, it's 3-part, I believe. The first part for me is that I trust the loving presence of God. which desires only good for all of us. It is a beneficent presence. It brought us into being very much on purpose and supplies us with everything we could ever want, need to express in our lives for a greater good for ourselves and for all, because we're here on purpose. And we each have a purpose which we get to discover after we have been here for a while. So the loving presence that loves and guides and nurtures and inspires us is the first and most important part of how this works. And the second is the impeccable law that responds to our every belief. Remember, Jesus said, "It is done unto you according to your," not your wish, not your hope, not your fancy, but according to your belief. It's what is real and deep within me that I have come to awareness about. That's the belief that expresses itself. Remember that consciousness manifests, and that the consciousness that is specific, the greatest part of that consciousness manifests most greatly. So consciousness manifests, and what's the word I'm thinking of? Consciousness manifests, and dominant thought prevails. See, that's why we need two of us. That gives us a whole brain. Actually, each of us have a brain, as each of you has a brain. And that brain is simply the instrument through which divine intelligence and wisdom expresses. So consciousness manifests and dominant thought prevails. The dominant thought is the belief system that we hold within ourselves. So here we have the loving presence, which we trust. We have the impeccable law of mind, which we trust. We know that just as the law of gravity, aerodynamics, all of the other laws that are universal express and are counted upon and are reliable, so is the law of mind, the law of cause and effect, sowing and reaping, absolutely reliable. We can count on it every time, without exception. It will produce, as Reverend Mike said, it will produce after what we have planted into that beautiful creative soil of mind. So we trust the presence, we trust the law, and we trust our ability to speak the word, because we are co-creators with the life of the divine. Look at that. Listen to that. Feel that. Experience that. Co-creators with the infinite. God says, "Let there be," and there is. That's the most dynamic and the simplest and most beautiful expression of creation. That's the way the infinite creates. We were designed to create that way too. So as we trust the infinite love, and we trust the perfect law, and we trust our ability to speak the word, something comes into being. And the more we practice this beautiful science, religious science, the science of our religion, the more we practice our spiritual mind treatment, our affirmative prayer, keeping our thoughts to the highest level we possibly can, the more we affirm that which is true and deny that which is only temporary and not going to stick around for a while, the more we do that, the deeper our understanding and the deeper our confidence and the deeper our belief comes. And that is what expresses itself in the world, right? Yeah. And so we thrill to the ability to speak truth on our tongue. We were designed to individualize the same way that the creative process works in the infinite. We use the creative process in the individual. Gee, that's a little reminiscent of Thomas Troward, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what I know is that the more I clear up my consciousness, the better this creative process flows through me. And what is in the way? What gets in the way of the creative process just always flowing through and manifesting everything that we speak into this universe? Well, I would say it would be mental conflicts, right? mental blocks, maybe. Anyone ever get mental blocks? I had one just a minute ago, and my partner here helped me out with it. We get mental blocks, and we have emotional conflicts. The emotional conflicts usually come from something in the past that we haven't gotten over. Well, just let's get over it. Let's allow those regrets and those hurts and those the lack of forgiveness we might have for ourselves or for others. Let's just let them come up to reveal to us what we need to work on. And then let's go ahead and transform them. Because once we do this clearing, and it's a constant clearing of our consciousness, once we do what we need to do today for the sins of the past, if you will, once we have transformed those false ideas into real truth and let it express in our lives and in our spiritual mind treatments, our affirmative prayers, then we're free to let the intelligent creative process flow through us. Oh, it's a beautiful experience. And guess what then? We get to do it again, because isn't it interesting? We have a finite amount of these false beliefs within us. And once we clear them up, then we're clear and we're free, and the creative process works beautifully through us. And we can anticipate healthy manifestations and a wonderful future. But here's the thing. We're not only spiritual, we're also human. And so we keep collecting more of them, don't we? We're going to get some more of these false ideas, and then we get to go through the process again. And isn't it wonderful? Because we've developed the confidence by then to be able to move through with more grace and more ease than we did before. So let's trust the loving presence. Let's trust the impeccable law of mind, and let's trust our own ability to speak our word, truth on our tongue, and let something beautiful express in our lives every day. Now, Reverend Mike, what would you like to say about basing our decisions on wisdom and compassion, and that when we do, we can trust even more completely?
Well, thank you, Dr. Maxine. I think we need to realize that what we're talking about here is something really, really special. What we're talking about here is not just hoping something to be so. We're not talking about just hoping that the world is getting better. We're not just hoping that we have love in our lives and plenty. In fact, in my opinion, we're not just believing it, we're knowing it. And that's what happens when I choose to believe a certain line, and I recognize Spirit's involvement in that I'm Spirit expressing as it, I begin to know something is so. And when I begin to know something is so, it is. It manifests. I don't have to worry about that. So when good comes into my life, I'm responsible. If good is not in my life, I recognize I'm responsible for that too. So I have choices to make. Choice to get honest with myself, see my part in it, and then work with Spirit, work with the creative law of the universe to create that which it is that I desire, and that which desires to express by means of me. What do you have to say, Dr. Maxine?
Oh, plenty. Oh, I have plenty to say, don't I? He knows that. Well, since we're speaking about trusting the choice, I think it's important for us to realize that when we have made a choice, that we can rest then, since it came from wisdom and from compassion, we can rest in remembering that we've been guided, we've been directed, we've been inspired for our perfect for now choice. Because it's going to get even better with the next choices that we are finally spiritually mature enough to continue to make. Let's let those choices that we have made be filled with appreciation and with confidence, knowing that they have come from the deepest part of our hearts and our minds, that we've been inspired by infinite wisdom to select that, and that we can then trust the choice that we made, just like we trusted the presence and the law We trust our ability to speak that word. And then when we do, what happens is that something grander than we ever anticipated has taken place. Haven't you experienced that?
One of the things I've noticed is that my good today, my good from the past is not good enough for today. That my consciousness in the past manifest the good that I had, but for today, I have new opportunities to experience and express and manifest even more. So,
and what would that mean for the future?
That means that we have greater ideas to come forth by means of us, or through our intelligent use of the law, because the universe is not through.
Oh, never. We're not through either. We are still a beautiful, beautiful spiritual work in progress, each and every one of us. And so as we allow greater and greater ideas to be formed within our consciousness, to speak our word with absolute confidence, and then to see the magnificent manifestations that take place in our lives with love and with health and with creativity and with abundance, and to see the difference in the world that we are making, then we can really thrill to what we're seeing and what we're manifesting and what we're experiencing in the world. I really think it's time to just let the universe show off, don't you?
Amen to that.
Do you want say an affirmation? Did you make one up, or you want to make one up now?
Well, let's make one up now.
Okay.
Let's give thanks that the manifest universe is continuing to manifest the greater idea. Let's give thanks that we're guided and directed to direct our thoughts and direct our level of acceptance to that greater idea, so that spirit is fulfilled by means of us.
I trust divine love. I trust infinite wisdom, and I trust myself.
I trust infinite wisdom. I trust the love. I trust God. And so it is.
Spirit guides me always into perfect choices. And so it is. Now, let's move into the offertory, because this is a beautiful opportunity to celebrate our good with our beloved center. For me, this beloved center is the closest avenue to my spiritual food. And since it is, I love giving back divine presence, which gives to me so freely, so generously, so constantly. And so as we give, either by the opportunities that you see on your screen, or whether it is in person, however we choose to share our abundance with this congregation, this beloved community, please join with me in saying our prosperity affirmation. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
New moon shines high above. Decide what is right, your choice in this night. Sunless dawn soon turns bright. There's no need for the dark, just look for the spark in the night. Choose love and see the light we need and want to be. Choose love choose love and see the light we need and want to be. Choose love and see the light we need and want to be. Choose love and see the light we need and want to be. I'm gonna color the dark with the light. I'm gonna color the dark with the light.
Good morning, everyone! This is Jeff Messino, your Secretary, Board of Trustees, and my new wife, Emily Messino! Emily Messino! We just want to thank you all, and you'll just check the website for any announcements. You'll be great. Bye, everyone! Love you!
Oh, thank you, Jeff. That was a wonderful wedding. Oh, my word. Beautiful here in Cape May. And it was, there were so many cheers. They were cheers of joy. All of us were so thrilled to have these two magnificent people we have loved for so long come together and begin their lives in the most beautiful way. Thank you. What a privilege. And now, speaking of thank you, let's have our closing song, which was written by Emily Zoll, otherwise known as The Bride, and it is called Thankful Hearts.
With thankful hearts we end this time. With thankful hearts we say goodbye. We show our love and share our home with each other. We're not alone. With thankful hearts we end this time. With thankful hearts we say goodbye. We show our love and share our home with each other. We're not alone.
And we give thanks to God, and we bless this day, and we bless the demonstration of love through Emily and Jeff, and we bless the opportunity we have to choose intelligently because God is choosing by means of us.
And how grateful we are as we go forward in a sense of joy and cheerful expectancy, trusting, loving, celebrating life here and now. And so it is.